Hey everyone, welcome to the Silver Fox Show. I am your host, Sean Silver Fox Newland. I had watched this show recently and it made me think of a good point to make for women and to tell you what type of guys to stay away from. Any man who is very braggadocious and talks to you a certain way to make it seem that he is an apex alpha above other men and simultaneously put women down, watch out for that guy. It's a big red flag. And if you haven't seen that type before, if you haven't gone out into the clubs or any area really where there are men like this are at, which probably anywhere, you might not have seen this. Well, what I'm going to show you today is that build. So you don't have to experience it, and you'll know in the beginning what you're dealing with. Watch this guy.
Troy in the right light now.
Ooh, ooh. Terrence, you
Whoop.
ready?
Man, shit, let's go. Let's go.
All right, Terrence, look in the camera. This your first time here?
No, I coming back. I'm giving you an update. I think I came on here like 3 months ago, and I came on here on some humble, grown man, straightforward, integrity, moral shit, and people beat me up in the
Integrity.
comments saying I gotta be gay. I should look for a man because I don't want a woman who wear makeup and fake hair and all this other shit. Here tonight, you caught me with three bourbons in, so I'm gonna give you the real brother perspective because I get tired when I come on here and I see our black men and our demographic. I'm 51. I just had a birthday.
Okay. When was your
I done let,
birthday?
April 5th. I'm an Aries all day. Fire sign. We rule the world. Let's go. I done let my beard grow out. I ain't even shaved my hair today. You can see the LeBron the whole time. Let me tell
So
you
wait,
something.
go ahead.
But let me tell you something though.
He lit.
Here's what I'm gonna say respectfully, and I'm gonna say this respectfully before your audience out there, Kendra. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't want you to take this the wrong way or the right way.
Hold on, real
But
quick. Get into the middle of the camera.
I'm not in the middle. Right about
There
now.
we go. Here we go. That's
Bro
good.
just
Okay.
going
Okay.
in.
So respectfully, and I've been Kevin Samuels before I even knew who Kevin Samuels was.
Oh hell.
Clean dress. I'm a 1974 baby. Earth, Wind, and Fire. All that. Cadillac driving the whole nine.
So as soon as he mentioned Kevin Samuels, my first thought is it's about to go left. He's one of those Kevin Samuel types, and those types typically are going to have a lot to say about women. So let's hear what he's got to say.
Get, go to work. Go to school. Educated. Come from a single family home, raised by strong women. Never knew who my father was. Wanted different my whole life. Was married. Got married twice. Met my first two wives on my first ship in the military. God will show me what it was. I was married for 20 years till my wife went to heaven. Got two beautiful daughters. Got my son out of wedlock. And here's the thing where I'm at 51. I'm a grown man who's lived a life, never wanted a woman, nothing more from love. But when I came on your show the first time, let me tell you something about me being a red man, something that light skinned people go through their entire life. I got thick alligator skin. You ain't gonna hurt my pride at all by that because we have our own battles. But these women and men on your page, oh, you don't like this because you got preference, you got morals, you got integrity, you want a woman of substance. I have had great many chats with women after that thing there. But let me tell you something what women do. They fizzle out because what women in our culture, what they don't want to do, they don't want to put so forth more soul effort. I'm 51. Any woman on this demographic, they beat me up because I said, oh, how you want a woman who's in her 30s or 40s and that you want their children to be graduating high school and everything else. Because what I'm not going to come into and what most men ain't going to do when they come on your page and tell you, I ain't going to raise your problems. That you had babies with men that you shouldn't have babies with. Now you want great men to come in here and be exception to clean up your
There we
mess.
go. There we
I'm gonna tell
go.
you right now at 51 on what I'm not gonna do, and I don't have to do. And men my age and our demographic, what we don't have to do is pick you. Let me tell you something. I went to the Happy Massage Place day for $130. That lady rubbed me down for an hour and a half, gave me a happy tug ending. I'm good for the next 3, 4, 5 days. I bring in 8,500 a month. I could do that twice a week and be happy, and it's cheaper than dating a black.
He just brag about going to the massage parlor and paying $130 for a tug, just a tug. Wow, and he's good for the next few days.
woman. I ain't got to pay for hair, nails, deal with your bills, deal with your kids, deal with your BS. And there's a lot of men in your life doing the same thing. You just don't know he doing it. See, tonight you caught the other perspective to the first version that you saw me when I wanted to be on some humble and mature man integrity. See, because see, women nowadays, they don't want the nice guy. They don't want Ralph Transfont. They don't want Babyface. No. I can't tell you last time I made love to Maxwell, but I can tell you last time I fucked a little Dirk. Real talk. Here, let me tell you something right now. Don't let it fool you. Man, we play the game. Steve Harvey wrote a book for women to follow by. You know all what men did? We just became chameleons, started taking you to barbecues. Mama gonna lie for us regardless. Big Granny been lying to us for years. They really don't like you. But see, you've been lying to these
Now he got
women.
a point.
Hold on, pause.
You've been lying.
Wait, hold on.
I own your ass tonight. You've been lying to them. I
Now
seen you
listen.
on that little
Hold on,
show
Terrence,
with
Terrence,
Taja G.
Terrence.
And you want to talk about these women. Let me tell you something, Kendra. Let me tell you,
Terrence.
Damn, man, he in his
We can
feelings.
have a dialogue. We can have a dialogue. I don't mind you. I don't mind you disagreeing with some of the things that I've said. I don't mind hearing your perspective. But just like I gave you the courtesy to say what you had to say, you're gonna talk to me with respect, okay? So I can bring you back, but one thing that we are going to agree to on my platform, you're gonna talk to me with respect. You can disagree. You can do that. But you're gonna talk to me with respect. I'm not gonna allow you to talk to me in a disrespectful manner on my show. That won't be allowed. So are we on board? Are we on board? Okay, we're on board. We're on board. Hold on, we're on board.
Kendra don't be playing that.
All right,
Okay.
I apologize. I
Okay.
apologize.
So now
See, this,
okay. So now
yeah,
I'm gonna give you the floor. In
okay.
what ways have I been lying to women?
First of all, let me tell you something. When you go across your feed and your audience, you got majority of these women asking for things they ain't never had in their life.
So real quick, pause. Stay right there. How is that my fault?
It's not your fault, but you leave the perspective that it's okay to believe your own lie. You
Well,
tell so many lies that they become true.
well, no, pause. What I do is what I've always said, I give the platform. I created a platform for people to reach out if you fit that category. Okay. And hold on, I'm gonna let you continue. So there have been times when I
He's
have challenged.
annoying.
I'm gonna let you continue. Let me finish.
Okay.
I got you. There have been times when I have challenged women on their requests. I mean, everybody knows this and they have said it. I have challenged men, I have
Mhm.
challenged women. But at the end of the day, the world is going to tell you what it is because the guy's either going to reach out to you or the woman's going to reach out to you. So I'm not going to, you can't say I'm lying to the women because I'm just sharing my platform. Now, what do you want to say, Terrence?
I'm present. Teacher, do I have the right to speak now?
Yes, what do you want to say?
Let me tell you something about majority of your demographic people who are there. They ain't never been out of their 90-mile radius. They ain't never been subject, have been exposed to more than what they know out their 90-mile radius. Majority of people, when you watch your platform, women are here wishing upon a star for something they never had. The man who came in him have never had it, but now they want it. Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
So, okay. So, listen, I'm not going to disagree with you wholeheartedly. I think
You
that's
got
a,
you got women on here talking about they want a man who make 250,000 when she barely made 65,000 before taxes.
but hold on,
You
pause.
got
As a
women
man,
who've been
but
driving Hondas their entire life, don't even know what it.
I had to pause for a second. To me, I don't understand men like him who feel the need to like downgrade women. Like, so what if a woman asks for certain things or has certain standards? I don't care about what they want or not. Like, typically, men who act like him are butthurt because he didn't get picked. There's probably a lot of women who looked over him, and he's mad. And so I think what happened is, and I haven't ever seen this first episode where he was on. Apparently, he was been on this before, and the feedback he got from that first episode must not been all that positive. And now he's got a couple of drinks in him. He's got the courage to come on the show and just let everyone have it and get it all off his chest. And to me, that's a sign of immaturity. That's a sign of insecurity. Like, why do you feel the need to have to do this? So this is to me a red flag. A man who has to talk like this, yeah, he definitely is got insecurities, and a lot of things he's probably are hiding from his past, and a lot of hurt. He's not emotionally intelligent, apparently. To me, I might be wrong. It could be the liquor he's had, but that's got him in his feelings. But sometimes the liquor can bring out the truth in a person, and that could be what the situation is right here. Let's see.
Cost to pay an oil change or get brakes for a foreign car.
Well,
My
Terrence,
last
hold
three
on.
cars have been foreign cars.
Okay.
But
But
in
hold on,
hindsight,
Terrence, hold on. We have to have a dialogue. So you have to let. I know you've been drinking, so I'm trying to
whoa,
get.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
oh,
whoa,
hold
whoa,
on,
whoa,
Terrence.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Terrence, listen.
Just because I had a
Listen, hold
bourbon or
on.
two.
Here's the deal. We
Yeah,
can't talk over each other.
you're
So
right.
again,
I
I want to
apologize.
say this. I'm gonna allow you to express yourself. There's no problem there. But we
Okay.
have to have this back and forth convo. So one thing you
It's
just
a
said,
monicum
as a
of
man, you know,
respect
if a
and
man has
taking your turn.
250K, whether the woman has 65K or not, there's men who make more than that will wife up a bottle girl who makes $20,000. So that
Real
money
Kendra,
men don't
equation that you
care
just
how much
said
a woman
doesn't
makes.
really
I'm waving
align,
my hand.
because on the flip
I'm
side,
waving my hand.
I get women, excuse me, that make 250K and feel as though because they make 250K, they deserve the man that makes 250K. And as a man, you should know a man with that kind of money is not always worried about the salary.
Yeah, I'm
Cheers. You
raising
have
my
to
hand.
listen. You just want to talk. Let's listen, and you can. I'm done. You don't have to raise
Let
your
the
hand.
man
This is not
talk.
classroom. What do you want to say?
Let me realistically, Kendra. Let me tell you something. The most money I made in my life in these past years, I top at 140. I've never known anyone personally in my circle in my entire life who's made 250K. I know people who with masters and made six figures. They're married to a dual income. I've been dual income my entire life.
I know many people who make
I've
over
had jobs where I
200K.
made 85K. I have jobs where I made 90K. I have jobs where I made 50K and 60K. But when my wife was here, we made what we made. Been dual income my entire life, and together we had the perfect life. People get on here and they hype up things that they never know about. I've been in these circles. I know people who are self-made. I don't have a running circle of people who made 250K. I got a great grade of quality friends from the military who's retired. Them and their spouse, they're living fabulous. They're living within their means. On an average day, if I want to go to Gucci and buy Gucci, fine. If I want to drive my BMW, fine. If I want to drive a Honda, fine. If I want to send my young adult children what I do every month to be a father, to assist them, not because they need it, there's a difference. You have women that come on this page with writings on the wall, no curtains, bad furniture, bad hairdos, bad everything, bad baby daddies with men that they're allowed to see them that know they wasn't shit. Now you want more. Let's be realistic. I walk right past you all day. We ain't even gonna have the same conversation. We're not even in the
Man, he on
same
some
clubs.
shit.
We're not even in the same stores. I've been shopping at the same top sale stores for the past 20 years. I'm not gonna meet majority 60% of people who's on your page who want this high income. First of all, I don't shop at City Trends. I don't
Damn,
shop at Target.
man.
Okay.
We ain't even buying furniture the same.
Okay.
I stay in my tax bracket. But you entertain these women with unrealistic
He mad at
things.
Kendra for
Okay. Now let me
hosting a
jump
show
in.
where these women come on,
Jump in.
apparently.
Okay. Respectfully so, your reality is your reality, right? I'm
This
gonna
is your
take myself
reality.
out. I'm listen now. When you're gonna give me
I got you.
the
I got you.
respect
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
I
I got
gave you
you.
the respect.
Absolutely.
What you have to honor is your reality, and that is fair. I roll in a circle where you make more than 140K in a month. That's just the reality of what it
Yeah,
is, right?
that's your
So
circle.
I say that to say there are women who do well financially. Because they do well financially, they want a partner that does well financially. Now I'm not even saying they're going to get that. And I'm going to agree with you. Here's the deal. I'm going to agree with you. There are women who may never get the request that they put on my show. But on the flip side, there's so much conversation about the women with unrealistic expectations. How come the men don't talk about the men that come on my show that also have unrealistic expectations? Because there's also men who request women that they will never get in a lifetime. And that's where I feel like it's not equal. There is.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not a psychiatrist. I really can't diagnose this guy, but to me, he's one of those men who thinks very highly of themselves. Those tend to be narcissists, um, like grandiose thoughts of himself, that he's better than everyone else. And look at him. Does he look like the type that is going to really pass up a woman who is interested in him? He's one of those guys that there's a meme I've seen before, and it's a dusty looking dude who has a receding hairline, and he's saying there's a woman walking by, and he's like, "Dang, she doesn't look the same. She doesn't look as good as she did when she was in high school." And looking at him juxtaposed uh, with the picture of him, and he's looking like he's dusty, busted dude. That's that guy. That's him. He's very opinionated about what women should be and what women should be like. And the only reason why I think men who have problems with women like that are men who have been passed over, had their heart broken by women, and they just have this, need to just trauma dump on, their past experiences on women, and it's sad. It really is sad because I mean, you hate for there to be a population of men out there who are sexually frustrated and don't have the ability to find intimacy in women that they like. Kind of feel sorry for those guys because they seem to take it to heart. Like this guy, look at him. Look at his face. He's upset. This guy is pissed. He is pissed. He's talking over Kendra. He's just talking a mile a minute. He's gonna let you have it. Anybody who was in the chat that he's pissed off at, he's letting them have it right now.
Yes, there's delusional women on my show. There's also an equal amount of delusional
So
men who
annoying.
request women that they will never get, and I don't hear enough conversation about y'all talking about them.
Wait, wait. Here's the reality for those delusional men that come on your show. I've been having sex with women since
Like
I've been
him.
10 years old. I've dated top tier. I've dated women who made high figures, women who made low figures. They all the same in America. They don't want to swipe their card. They want a man to do everything. Majority of those men, those are the guys who go to the strip clubs. I can count on one hand how many times in 51 years I've been to a strip club. If I lived in Atlanta, I wouldn't go to a strip club. I'm 51. I might be 80 pounds overweight. My hairline might be receding. I didn't shave it. But let me tell you something. I tell young men, I tell old men, get a personality, make a woman laugh, have a sense of humor, have morals, values, and integrity. And obviously, yes, of course, having a bank account does help you. But at the end of the day, what is going to keep you loving that person? The money, when the money's gone, it's gone. Period. Money ain't gonna keep nobody happy. We got the most richest people in this country getting divorced. If Bill Gates
You just
can't keep
rambling.
his wife happy, what do you think the motherfucker at UPS could do? But
I can
the reality is though, is morals, integrity, values. Express this to my own daughters on daily. My daughter is 25, beautiful, graduated college. And you know what I tell my daughters?
Mm.
Don't get fat and learn to control and turn the knob down on your fucking self righteous woman independent shit. I tell them that wholeheartedly. Three things. I was married for 20
Poor
years,
daughters.
and something that my wife never ever did, whether I was making this much money or this much money, she never beat me up. She was supportive in every aspect. When I came home, she greeted me with open arms, no matter how much money I made or how less
That's
I
it.
made.
He hasn't
See, we
gotten over his
lost the sense
wife.
of integrity and morals and values and put it on bullshit. Most of your clients on this page here, they never grew up shopping at Gucci, Louis, driving BMWs. They were driving Chevrolets and Hondas. Now they get money. Now they think everyone should fall in line.
He never lets you stop. He never lets you talk. So I figured it out. This guy is still in love with his wife, and I feel sorry for him. He lost his wife, um, but he hasn't gotten over her apparently, and he's holding other women up to an impossible standard. He's holding them up against his wife, who is now deceased. And let me tell you about a person who's deceased. Once they become deceased, everyone only thinks about the great things about them, and they go down as being like this figure that can never be thought of as having lived any wrongly way at all. And so we hold them up in a high regard typically because they're deceased and they can no longer get under your skin. And so sometimes we make a false um, equation to the fact that we miss this person and only thing we can think of are the good times and we really don't think about the bad times so much. But he's holding women up to an impossible standard. No one will be like his wife. They'll no one is gonna replace what he lost in his wife. And like I said, I feel sorry for him that he went through that. It had to be very, troubling to deal with, and have to raise both of his daughters. I commend him for that, but he needs time to heal emotionally and get over that loss because he doesn't seem to have gotten past that yet. And it's not a good time to be dating when you still have those cobwebs, but you haven't yet swept down in the back of your consciousness. Once you can do that, then I think you can make room for new opportunities to find love. But until you do that, it's never going to work out because no one is going to be like your wife.
They're lying to themselves. Be truth with yourself. I got a BMW outside right now. I got to put it in the shop. It's gonna cost me $8,500 to get it fixed. But I got my point A to point B. The Honda that's paid for. I get back and forth there. Bringing 8,500 a month. How many people on your line right now say they bring in 8,500 a month? And I only work 6 months out the year if I want to.
He's swinging his dick right now.
I would say
There's
this
a
here.
difference. See, they want to live in a reality that's not true.
Well, this is what I will say, Terrence. There are some things that you're saying that I do agree with. And the thing I agree with the most is the integrity and the character. And I also stand on that there's just not enough men for to go around for
Oh,
the type of man
there's
that most.
enough. There's
Hold on,
enough
Terrence, you're
men.
not gonna overtalk me because
I'm
I'm when
not.
you
All
talk.
right. All right. All
Okay.
right.
There you go.
There are I do stand on and I agree with you. There's not enough type of guy, that one type of guy for every woman that desires him. And I also think that a lot of women that desires this guy that makes a certain amount of money, I emotionally feel as though they never dated it because if they did
They
date it,
haven't.
they would know what comes along with it. And it comes
Yeah.
along with a lot. I think
Absolutely.
that I can agree with you. Social media has changed the bar. People are watching other people's relationships. I say this all the time. It's just the highlight reel. You have no idea
Yeah.
what she's dealing with, what she went
I
through, what
I
they
I
went through.
dated I
Say,
dated
oh,
a one.
Terrence, you can
Oh,
talk
oh,
once I'm done.
all right. All right.
So I agree with you in that
He's still
manner
drinking.
that the game has changed and there are unrealistic expectations. But the great thing about my show is the reality will tell you. I put yourself out there, and if the request is out there, and if it comes calling, then you know your answer. If it doesn't come calling, then you know your answer. So I don't stand on the fact of me lying. But there's one thing I do want to say to this. We could say there's not enough men, right? For the type, there's not enough type of guy for the woman that wants that guy, right? I think we agree with that, right? The type of guy that most women are requesting, there aren't enough. Do you agree with that, Terrence?
No, I don't, because here's the thing.
Oh,
I
you
think
wait, hold on, pause. Okay, so you're saying that every woman that wants a man that makes 100K or more, handsome, great sex, there's enough of that guy to go to every woman?
Here's the thing. The woman who's requesting a 100K man, she ain't never made 100K. So how you
No,
requesting
that's not
something you ain't
true.
never
No,
had?
but no, I disagree with that because there's women
You
that do
sure?
make
I've
that.
been on this earth 51 years. Let me tell you something. I've worked and I have an exceptional career my entire.
I wonder where they're from. I wonder where he's from. I forgot. And the reason why I think about that is because he's seeming as though like making $100,000 a year is like unheard of or very, very rare. Um, where I'm from, 100K isn't like that hard to swing. But like I said, I don't know where he's from. He could be from some small town or I don't know.
Life. And the majority of your audience, if you had 100 of them in the room, I promise you, 60 of them have never been in a room making 100K. What it is they need to be reality. Here's the thing. When you combine two people together who make 50 and 60 together, you're at 110. You take 20% of taxes out of that, you're at 98. If you're living within your means, you got one child or two child, you're doing exceptionally well. You know how I know this? It's because that's been my entire life. My
But Terrence, I have
entire
to say
life.
this. But Terrence, listen, I have to say this. Your reality is your reality. You cannot speak for everybody's reality.
But see, here's the thing: what I can't speak on is people who don't even eat at 5-star restaurants. I've been at 5-star restaurants since I've been 25. I'm now 51.
But I will say this though. I want to say this. There's a majority you're talking about that exists, but there are women who, and because they live this lifestyle in their bank accounts, that's why they want a partner equal. There are women who are living making 100K or more, and they're living that lifestyle. Like that is a true fact.
The ones who's on your show with 5 and 6 kids, with 5 and 6 baby daddies, who ain't never made that money. Now they want a guy to make 6 figures. Them ain't the ones I'm talking about.
Okay,
Now
but real quick,
you
I want
got
to
a
say
two
this. I
percent.
know,
You got
but
2% or 3% women who come on your show who's making that. The other 75%, they working at Verizon, Target. They're not exceptional. With 5, 6 babies, six of them, ones right there with no curtains in the back, living in the basic apartments.
let me ask you this
Okay.
question. So the woman that does make 100K or more, do you say she deserves a man that makes that or more?
See, you want to put a price on what
No,
a
you put the
person
price.
makes.
I'm asking you a question right now. I'm asking you a direct question because you're speaking a lot about the women who you say don't make 100K. So now I'm trying to get your opinion.
Let me
If a
tell you
woman
something.
does
If
make,
you
hold
put a
on,
price,
Terrence,
okay.
Terrence, you gotta learn respect. Now I'm not gonna say it too many more times. When you talk, I allow you to talk on my platform. Now the question stands: if a woman makes 150K or more, do you think that woman deserves a man that makes 150K or more?
I think she deserves a man who's going to love her with morals, values, and integrity. You can't put a price on that.
Okay, so then why do you keep bringing up that this woman doesn't make that, so she shouldn't ask for that? Because that's what you're saying.
Because when you come into there, when you got 6 and 5 basket little kids from 5, 6 little different baby daddies who ain't never did nothing but penitentiary time, sell drugs, and be gangbangers. Don't come to me now and you want to find your Russell Wilson. You passed up on the Russell Wilsons. Now later in life, now you want the Russell Wilsons.
Okay, well,
See,
well,
you
Terrence,
want to see
He's hurt.
one last
see
question.
here. Give respectfully. Most men who of integrity and value in life, they don't care what women make. They don't. I signed my check over to my woman. My woman told me when to spend, when not to spend. It ain't about money for men. This is real talk. This is before Kevin Samuels. It's not about the dollar. See, women make it about the dollar. Men want a woman to come home that says peace and is happy, and she's happy to see that. See, a woman could get up and leave and say, I don't want to be here no more. A man will love that woman wholeheartedly, whether she's big, thin, tall, hair loss or not. Women don't do that for men.
Let me
There's a
jump in.
difference. There's
Well,
a
Terrence,
difference.
and I kind of
Kendra,
said
are you
that.
married yet? Are you married yet?
Terrence,
Are
Terrence,
you
let me,
married yet?
Terrence,
Oh
Terrence,
shit.
Terrence, Terrence. Now,
You need to start
let me
I
finish
just
drinking.
what I'm
asked
about
if
to
you was
say.
engaged yet. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to get the
What is
company on
okay?
my
Well,
side.
let's get there. What does that have to do with anything? What's the point you're trying to make?
Truth be told, Kendra,
Yeah, I can
a
listen.
single person can never tell married people what they go through because you've been single your
I'm
entire
not.
life.
Oh,
I'm not trying
damn.
to tell. First of all, the show. Okay, I'm happy you said that. The show is called Singles. It's not called Married.
I
So
know.
what are
I'm
you
hoping to
talking
be
about?
married.
I don't
Can I
host the
find me
show.
a single?
I don't
Can I
host the
find me
show
a
for married
single? You know
people.
what, Kendra? I
No,
lied. I'll take 5 children. I'll be a great stepdaddy, Kendra. I'm
Terrence.
sorry.
No one. No. Terrence.
This
I
I'm
man.
need
trying
5
to
kids.
work with you because
No, I'm
I want you
joking.
to. No,
Respectfully.
you're fine. Nothing you say offends me. For
I
all
know.
the married comments, my show is created for single people. It's called Singles. I
But
never said I was giving advice for
why is
married
our
people. Hold
culture,
on,
is black
don't
culture?
overtalk me. Don't overtalk me.
All right.
And don't worry about if I'm gonna get married. You're not in that tax bracket, baby. Okay?
Oh,
Don't worry about that. This is a business over
Uh-oh.
here. Because guess what? Are you saying? Let me
business.
ask you a question. Would you say 50 Cent should be married?
50 Cent?
Yeah.
The rapper, drug dealer who turned business minded
Yeah.
like
Do
Jay?
you think he should be a married man?
No, because he's
Why not?
smart. Because
Why
he's
not?
smart.
Tell me why. Okay, tell me why.
He has nothing to gain by marrying any woman.
Okay, so what? And
Just
what?
like a man like me, I have nothing to gain by marrying any woman. It's a choice to honestly choose her to be my life companion. If he married anyone, it's for companionship. She, at the end of the day, he done did the hard part. Men, we done did the hard part. Women always they lead with what? Provider, 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 provider. It's not about, oh, is this man gonna love me when I'm fucking 40 pounds overweight and I got alopecia and I'm losing my hair and I don't know how to boil water. You
Alopecia.
think 50 Cent need a wife? Please, he can go to Mama Sound like I did tonight for $130 and be happy. I got a great massage. I can go twice a week and be happy. Married for what?
Okay, pause right there. I'm happy. Now respectfully so, hear me out.
I'm gonna need
Respectfully.
more than a
Okay.
tub.
So when a woman is financially blessed and also has assets, why would you say she needs to be married and align her assets with somebody that makes less money that could potentially try to take her assets one day? So hold on, men give courtesy to other men when they're extremely successful and have a certain bank account and have built businesses. But when a woman shows up and
Mm-hmm.
also has assets, a certain bank account, all of a sudden they want to try to say, why ain't you married? They don't give her the same courtesy because a lot of men just don't respect women in that
Mm-hmm.
space. Just like it's not wise for 50 Cent to be married, it's also not wise for a lot of women who are doing extremely well and run companies to
Can I,
align their assets in marriage as well
can I
too,
go?
Terry.
Can I go? Hey,
You can say whatever you want to say.
Holly Berry. I'm 51. Holly Berry, the baddest woman ever.
And she's not married to her
What?
boyfriend.
Shush. Here, hear me out
No,
right
no,
now.
sis. Oh no, we're not
Respectfully.
gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. You're not gonna shush me. Now I already told you I didn't mind the dialogue, but what we're not gonna do is not gonna shush me. And I'm happy you brought up Halle Berry because Halle Berry is in a long-term committed relationship without marriage because she got too much to lose to be married and align her assets to her long-term current boyfriend. It makes a lot of sense. And I always use the 50 Cent analogy because this is what men do. This is what men do. Men always want to try to talk about women of my stature, of why you're not married. Baby, don't worry about it. Okay, our bank accounts ain't the same. I know what you make in a year. I'm humbly going to just leave it right there. And it's not about money, just like you said with 50 Cent, it's about being intelligent. And it's not intelligent when you run a company to align your assets with somebody who makes less than you. It's just not. And men will get that when we're talking about a man. But they don't get that when you're talking about a woman. Doesn't mean you can't have life companionship like Oprah. Doesn't mean you can't have life companionship like Halle Berry. Doesn't mean you can't have life companionship like Rihanna. But it makes no sense for any of those women to get married. And if all those women were men, men will agree with what we're saying. But what's happening is, there's some things Terrence said I agree with. But there's just a non-respect for women. That's just what it comes down to. There's just men who do not respect women and they get irritated by women, and it is what it is. But I one thing I wanted to say to Terrence, but the shush, I don't know if I can bring back on the stage because you can't shush me on my show. Is if there's so many women walking this planet and you have so many options, then why are you still searching? Because what women
Great
will
point.
say is there's not enough for the type of guy. Everybody will agree to that. That's not your excuse as a man. There's plenty of women to choose from. So why can't you close the deal since you have so many women to choose from? This rhetoric that men put out there that the world is of their oasis, they have all the options, then why are you single? It doesn't make sense. You have too many women to choose from to not be single. We will agree that women don't have the same benefit. So if men are truly all that and they got all the options in the world, then what's the problem? I'm just confused.
So there you have it. Um, Masterclass show of a man who I would consider narcissistic. Again, I'm not a psychiatrist, but judging from what I know about narcissists, he seems to fit that. Um, he seems to think that he's much better and he deserves much more than what I think he deserves. He doesn't seem like a very nice guy, and I can see why he's single, even if he has all those things going for him. A lot of times, too, you also need to have somewhat of um, a personality and to be likable and charming. Those things go a long way, and I didn't see that he had any of that going for him. So that's probably why he is single. But it could be that he just wants to be single and just use this opportunity to come on this singles show just to boast and brag about what he has and whatever else. But yeah, I can totally understand why women say that they don't have many um, good choices out there because there are men out there like him, and he's probably not. He's probably one of many, because like Kendra said, men at this point, we kind of already know that there's a lot of women compared to how many men, available men. And when I say men, I mean like viable men, men who are heterosexual, who are not in jail, who are educated and have career driven. Those are the basics. And a woman would need a man like that and not take anything less than that. I don't have a problem with a woman's standards. Her standards are her standards, you know? So I don't have a problem with it. But he seems to have a problem with women's standards. He thinks that they're too high. So that to me shows that um, he's probably been looked over, and he wishes that women really understood who he is and how great he is. He doesn't understand why they don't. That's his problem. He doesn't understand how come women don't like me. Look at all these things I have. I'm great. I'm this and that. So it's a little bit of that, and it's a little bit of him having holding his ex-wife, or what was it? Is his ex-wife or is it just his widow? He was a widower, I think. Um, she's deceased, and so he holds her in high regard, and he's gonna be comparing any woman that he meets to her. It sounds like from what I've watched here, and that's not gonna be good. He's never gonna be able to replace her, and if that's what he's trying to do, he'll forever be single. And that might be what he wants. Who knows? A lot of men are content being single these days. Um, a lot of women as well. I don't think that the notion that every woman is looking for a man is true. Yeah, there are a lot of professional women who enjoy their lives as is and don't require there to be a man there full time. They might enjoy dating and then going back home and having their own lives. So, but yeah, stay away from guys like him, please. He's he made the light skinned guys look bad tonight. We took a L tonight, guys. Try better next time. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe and enjoy your day. And I hope to talk to you soon.